I'm going to tell you what I just told the team. I told them I'm going to be positive for about 8 seconds, and then I'm going to continue talking for about 5 minutes. And I started off telling them I was proud of them for their effort tonight. We played a team that, again, the experts say nationally is this year's BCS Buster, league champion from last season, returning everybody on the field and off the field, and took them down to the wire. So I am proud of their effort tonight. I am disappointed for the second consecutive week because there are no moral victories. We lost the football game tonight. And I give Louisiana Tech a lot of credit. They executed and were deserving of winning this football game based on what I just saw transpire tonight. I told our team that no side of the football, offense, defense, or special teams should leave here feeling good or satisfied about what just happened. And no individual that played here tonight should leave here feeling good about their individual performance. Football is the ultimate team sport, and we lost the football game. And what we talked about all week, again, we practiced, obviously, some things we needed to get corrected from last Saturday night's game. But the things that we emphasized this week, defensively tackling and creating turnovers, offensively executing the offense, getting first downs, and holding onto the football. We didn't do a good enough job tonight, good enough job in those areas to win this football game. Not against that team we just played. You know, I told the team they'll come in tomorrow, get treatment. Some guys will come in and watch the film on their own. We give them Sunday off every week, and then we'll come back Monday, learn from our mistakes, which again are correctable, and get ready for a great UCLA football team. There'll be an emphasis this week in practice on tackling defensively and securing the football offensively. You know, I look out there and again, we've got some young guys making plays for us, and we've got some young guys that still their inexperience shows at times. And the bottom line is we're 0-2 right now. So we'll learn from our mistakes and get back at it as a team on Monday, learn from the video, practice Monday evening, get ready for UCLA. Questions? Go ahead. Well, I don't, you know, penalties and drop passes, in my mind, those aren't mental mistakes to me. You know, a receiver, when the ball's coming to him, mentally knows he wants to catch it. You know what I mean? It's a number of things. Some of those guys were inexperienced. You know, I think we got to work some of those specific catches more in practice. You know, there might have been a couple of balls that will go down on people's unwritten statistics as a drop, or maybe the throw could have been a little bit more accurate, and the protection could have been better a little bit to allow the throw to be more accurate. And again, a couple of those guys that dropped those balls were inexperienced young guys. I mean, there were some guys out there tonight that it was the first ball that's been thrown to them in a college game. And I'm not making excuses. We've got to make plays. And I just told the team that when we talk about a goal offensively as executing the offense, that means, and I told them this word for word just now in the locker room, that means when a big play is there to be made, we need to make that play. You know, we had opportunities during the flow of the game coming out in the second half to stay in it and keep it competitive and close, and didn't make the play when it was there to be made. Penalty-wise, and again, not to disagree with your question a mental mistake, but a lot of that is technique. You know, we're getting holding calls. We get our hand outside the framework of the defender's body, and we got to let them go and replace it back inside. You know, some of the false starts were, you know, there were some things going on the field with some communication that I'm not sure, you know, what to attribute those to. I don't lay all the blame on the offensive line on some of those false starts. I think there were a couple times Louisiana Tech's defensive line was shifting and given a shift call, and it threw a guy off on our offensive line here and there. And then we had a number of face mask penalties that you know, our guys were playing hard, and again, it's a technique issue, but sometimes their hand got caught up inside the guy's face trying to come in the pile and make a tackle, and it got caught in his face mask, apparently. So we've got to correct those. I thought last week we didn't do much well, but our penalties were very few, and tonight there were 26 total penalties for both teams, which is a sloppy football game, and not something I expected or will tolerate from our program and our team, especially expected being it's game 2.
Coach, if you can, just talk about the start of the third quarter when La Tech seemed to, for whatever reason, they finally got the hot streak going and just pretty much pulled away and then forced you all to adjust when you're wanting to attack.
Well, I think in the third quarter we still had opportunities to make plays, and we didn't make plays. You know, I liked our effort, I liked our attitude. There wasn't a person in the locker room at halftime that didn't think we'd win this game. And again, we came out and they executed better than we did and got a comfortable lead. It wasn't something that we couldn't obviously come back from, because I feel like we did give ourselves a chance to win the game at the end, and didn't. You know, and they seized some momentum. But again, I thought our kids, even looking at them on the entire sideline in the second half, still believed we were going to win that football game until really the onside kick was over.
Early in the game, I know in the first quarter the offense scored only 6 points, but you could tell that Pyland was in a different rhythm. What did the offense do to get Pyland into more of a rhythm early in this game?
Well, there were some adjustments made this week offensively, and I think really you're taking the words out of my mouth. I think we were able to get him in a rhythm, you know, and that's important with what we do offensively. It's important not only for us, if this makes sense offensively, but for our whole football team, you know. And I looked earlier, our time of possession was 29 and a half minutes. So that helps, in theory, that helps our defense not being on the field for 44 minutes. They're on the field for 30 minutes. And it helps our guys. It helps David to get into a rhythm as a quarterback. It helps really everybody on the offensive side of the football. What to me killed our rhythm within drives were the penalties, you know. And again, I know we had the turnovers, and those were huge as well. But we'd start getting a drive together, start getting in a rhythm, and we come up with a false start, and now it's 1st and 15, or you know, David scrambles and they call that one a fumble, and now we're 2nd and forever, you know. So, and again, we talked about that this week, is to keep drives alive and get into a rhythm. We've got to be more efficient on first down plays, and I thought we were tonight. But still, the plays where we headed up in 1st and long or 2nd and long, those are tough on a play caller. But I thought Coach Bush and our offensive staff had a great game plan, a lot of misdirection. I thought we did a good job getting the ball to our playmakers, Charles Sims specifically, and I thought we did a good job of getting David into a rhythm, getting him some reads he's confident in, and some not easy throws. I don't think any throw is easy, but some good completions to where we just want to move the chains, and then take a shot or break a tackle or, you know, hit Daniel Spencer on the short throw and he takes it the distance. That's how this offense should operate.
Coach, comment a little bit about that long run David made, that rush up the left side. Seemed like he was a little more confident in what he was doing, coming right there on the left.
He is, and that was something we talked about this week with him, is when we get him outside the pocket on what we call nakeds and boots, is if he can take the easy throw, take it. If he can take a secondary throw, take it. If he's got green grass in front of him and he can run it, tuck it and run it. He's got that ability. He's tremendous on his feet, and it was good to see him do that. That to me, just getting one successful scramble/run like that, I think is good for his confidence, and it adds a dimension to our offense. Anybody else?
Beyond some of the things that you mentioned defensively, are you at any point where you have to do other things defensively, whether it's look at what you have out there or scheme wise, or do you feel like these things that happened tonight are correctable and you can move forward?
No, I think what happened tonight defensively is correctable. And again, football, it doesn't always seem like an easy game, but what we talked about all this week with our players in terms of holding onto the football offensively, creating turnovers defensively, tackling defensively, and just executing our game plan offensively, and then playing with great effort. That's how you win football games. And we didn't tackle good enough defensively to win the game tonight and to stop them. And again, we didn't create turnovers defensively, but we've got to tackle.